Chasing bank robbers makes me hot and thirsty. Let's get a drink.
No time. They're here. Hey, you.
Oh, yeah? Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah, here comes Kool-Aid. Here comes Kool-Aid. I'm gonna save the day. Here comes Kool-Aid. Here comes Kool-Aid. I'm gonna chase your thirst away.
Wait.
Your friend's cool.
Kool-Aid Man soft drink mix.
Oh, yeah!
Hello everybody and welcome to another Mr. Poestyle. So today I want to talk about a fun game called Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man came out in 1983. It came out for the Intellivision and the Atari VCS, the 2600. And it was a promotional thing. By that time, every company out there, cereal companies, drink companies, everybody was in on the video game craze, usually pushing out half-baked game ideas, which is a big thing that contributed to the North American gaming crash. Games were here today, boom, they were on clearance, boom. Video game console companies in the United States, some of them decided to do home computers since that was the next up-and-coming thing. But we all know the story about that. It wasn't E.T.'s fault. It wasn't Pac-Man, Atari 2600's fault. You had crap games coming from everywhere, and people lost interest after spending their hard-earned money on diarrhea. And I think that was one of the big things. A lot of times you didn't know anything about the game aside from the box art and what you read on the back of it in the stores. You didn't have the internet or 5,000 TV channels telling you about everything. You had some gaming magazines, but not a ton. You didn't see them every place like you did in the 90s. You could walk into a grocery store and there's 5 different video game magazines on the rack. So it was just one of those things. You bought a game, you hoped it was good, you got it home, diarrhea. But like I said, it was a promotional thing, and at the time you had to send in, I don't remember, 120 or 130 UPC off the back of the little envelopes of Kool-Aid. The original unsweetened packs we had back then. And they're two very different games, the 2600 version and the Intellivision version. The Intellivision version, which is which? Hide the adapter, which is which? You can tell because Intellivision has the red label. Atari has the black label. And the Intellivision version, you are 2 kids that you can switch between, but they, for the most part, walk together through a house. You got to go through all the different floors of the house and find the Kool-Aid packet, the sugar, the pitcher to make it, and take them all to the sink. To get the pitcher, you have to get a step stool so that one of the kids, or the kids can climb up the step stool to the table to reach the pitcher. And the whole time you got the evil thirsties coming after you. So, very different than the M Network version for the Atari 2600. And that one is pretty much the thirsties are stealing the water. It's a hot day, and you need to stop the thirsties from doing that. But both games are fun. I didn't play the Intellivision one back in the day. I did play the 2600 one because that's what we grew up with. In more recent years, I made sure I bought an Intellivision probably about 6 or 7 years ago, and I got Kool-Aid Man for that. They're fun for what they are. You should give them a try on emulator, or if you have the systems, buy the cartridges like I did. And just one more quick note. We didn't know back then, when I say we, I mean my brothers and I, that M Network was Mattel. Mattel Network. We just thought it was another company, another third-party company making games. You know, I'm 10 years old or whatever at the time. I didn't know. I only knew one person that had an Intellivision back then, and he was kind of a dick. So we never played an Intellivision. You saw the commercials for Intellivision. You saw, yeah, the graphics look better, but almost everybody around me within stone's throw had an Atari 2600 back then, or the Sears equivalent, you know. So when M Network came out, and I can remember vividly the commercial, M Network is the cure for the summertime blues, or was it for your video blues, or I can't remember the exact wording, but I remember the commercial vividly. You crave your Atari, but you're looking for new action. Din-din-din-din, din-din-din-din, is how it went. And so what you can see, all they did here, of course the PCB are different. You know, it's a lot smaller for the 2600. Not as wide, I should say. Wider for the Intellivision. But they used the same cartridges, same casing, except that you have this adapter now to fit into your Atari 2600. You can see you're still very much the same. And another thing that could have clued us in that M Network was Mattel, as it says right on the back of it, Mattel. But I think even at that point we weren't paying attention to the Intellivision being Mattel. It was just, that's another console we're not going to get. Mom and Dad already got us an Atari. There's no way in Hades they're getting us two consoles. That's the way it was back then, for most of us. The Kool-Aid Man had a tie-in. Lots of comics had advertisements for this game about sending in for it. It's pretty much a commercial for Kool-Aid. And there was actually a tie-in comic, Kool-Aid Man, the comic. And I do have a few of those. I wasn't able to dig them out of my old steamer trunk, but I saved all of my comics from when I was a kid. I still have all of them, unlike all my action figures that got lost in 2009 when I was moving. But I'll throw a picture of it up here. I took a picture of it a few years ago with these cartridges side by side with it. So we're going to check out the gameplay, and that's about it. You can judge for yourself. Were they fun games? Which one was better? Blah, blah, blah. Kool-Aid Man. Is it still okay to call him a man? Or would it be Kool-Aid person now? I don't know. I'm not going to get tied up into all that, but I know one thing. I don't need to see his Shorkleberry fin to prove that he's a man. Whatever. Kool-Aid Man. Here we go. Check it out. Okay, that was Mattel's Kool-Aid Man for the Intellivision and for the Atari 2600 out by M Network. Actually played on a real CRT that time in my basement, so that's how it's supposed to look. Old school gaming, old school CRT. What'd you think of the game? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. We'll see you later.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh, yeah!